Hi everyone, this is Johanna. I just made my intro video actually, and I'm wearing the same thing. I just made it 5 minutes ago, but I decided to make another one because I wanted my channel to have some good information on there after my intro, because I didn't really tell you anything health-wise in my intro. But I'm going to give you the first tip, and that tip is you don't drink enough water. I actually don't know if you do or not, but most people don't drink enough water. I'm sure there are people who do. But the reason I wanted to say it like that is because in my family, I've had family members who have asked me how I stay thin, and I am so emphatic about water. I say, drink more water. You're not drinking enough, trust me. And the thing about water is that if you drink a couple bottles of water, if you're not used to drinking water, you might think that's a lot. You might be like, wow, I drank a lot of water today. It's not really a lot of water, it's just a lot of water compared to what you're used to. And if you don't drink any water, that might seem like a lot, but in reality, it's not enough for your body. Your body needs a lot of water. And I can't over exaggerate that. The only time you really can drink enough water is if you're going to run a marathon, because if you are very physically strenuous, your kidneys tend to hold on to water because it knows that you need them during the long, strenuous physical time that you're going to be exerting energy, if that makes sense. So it won't excrete, you won't pee if you go in a long time working out, like 4 hours of running a marathon. That's the only time you shouldn't drink a lot, because then your kidneys will expand and won't be excreting. The rest of the time though, if you're not running a marathon, you need at least 5 bottles of water a day. That is so minimal. I honestly drink probably 7 to 10. I drink a lot of water, and you will be so shocked. If you only drink 2, that's good, great. You're doing good. But slowly increase it up to 5. You will be shocked. And then up to 10. You will be shocked what it does for you. It will keep you thin without you having to try to do anything. You wake up every morning being thin, even if you ate a lot the day before, even if you ate only fast food the day before. When you are drinking this much water every day, you always wake up thin. And it's hard to believe, and you probably are skeptical, but you might not have tried it before. Have you tried drinking 10 bottles of water a day? Probably not. So if you're skeptical, you have to try it first before you can dismiss me, because I do that, and it has kept me thin. So the reason why it keeps you thin every morning is it does quite a few things. First of all, water is heavy. Have you ever so pick up a pail with nothing in it, really light, pick up a pail of water in it, it gets heavy. Even just 2 buckets of water, depending on how big the buckets are, that might take a lot of strength, a lot of exertion. Maybe not like a lot. There's people who carry water on their heads, like in Africa, but there's a considerable weight difference. So imagine your body without water, if you don't drink water. Imagine it when you do drink water. There's some weight, some definite weight that you are adding into your body, and that's good. It's good because, one, you need it to feel all the way full. Food alone will not make you feel all the way full the way you need to. It will not satiate you. And the reason why is because we're made up of 70% water, so we continuously need just a lot of water. And yeah, food actually can make you feel full, but only for a short time before you feel hungry again. But when you drink a lot of water, you feel full of all day. And then when your body actually needs nutrients and stuff from food, you will feel a hunger pain. You will never be confused about when you're really hungry when you're drinking a lot of water every day. When you're not drinking a lot of water, you might feel like you need to always eat, because your body is telling you to get some liquid in you. And if it knows it's not going to get liquid from water, because you just don't have the habit of doing that, you're not taking care of your body that way, it'll start to tell you to feed it food, because there's some water in food, maybe small amounts in other food and large amounts in other kinds of food like watermelon, but there is some water, and if your body can glean just a little bit, it will always be giving you signals to get liquid, even if it has to get it in food. That's, like, my body hasn't actually, like, spoken those words to me, but I can tell, because I know exactly when I'm really hungry, when I'm full, and when it's just thirst that my body wants. And a lot of people confuse thirst and hunger when they think they're hungry when they're really just thirsty, but if you drink a lot of water every day, you'll never have that problem. And humans are meant to drink a lot of water for centuries before us. That's the staple liquid that they drank. They didn't have these sugary pops. We say pops here in Colorado. I don't know where you are. Maybe soda, carbonated beverage. They didn't have sugar-filled juices. I don't know if maybe they had some other stuff we have today, like they had tea and stuff, but they didn't have these other liquids that actually dehydrate you because of all the sugar. It makes you more thirsty. So that's the other thing. Drink plain water, just plain water. And if you're not used to it, I understand. I was not used to it in the beginning, but after I started researching and reading what successful people did, successful people drink a lot of water. A lot of people drink a gallon of water a day. That's good. You don't have to drink that much, but like I said, 7 water bottles. Try to make 7 water bottles your average. What was I saying? You might have to force yourself to drink it at first. That sounds funny, like, if I have to force it, does that really what my body wants? Yes. Trust me, the reason you have to force it is because you're not used to doing it. It's like forcing yourself to clean the bathroom if you're not used to cleaning the bathroom. Or, I think most people don't like dirty bathrooms. Forcing yourself to get up early, I struggle with that. I'm a morning bird, so if I sleep in past 7, that's considered late for me, and I struggle with getting up at my ideal time, which is like 4 a.m. I'm a morning bird. So don't force yourself, but do drink more than you usually would. If you're done with a water bottle, an hour later drink another bottle. 2 hours later drink another bottle, even if you wouldn't usually do that. Just force yourself to do it. And spruce up your water too. Put some lemons in it. I personally, once you start drinking water, you'll start to see how much you love it. Your body needs it so much, you start to really love it. It's not like food where you can get sick of it, or you can get, there was a period once where I just ate so many oranges one summer. My body was really lacking in vitamin C, but I got sick of oranges. I was like, okay, my body doesn't need vitamin C anymore. It's not the same with water. Your body will never reject water if you drink it every single day. And people might think that they'll get sick of it. Your body actually, you learn to love it. You actually start to crave water. And you realize how thirsty you are every day. You're like, I never realized I was this thirsty before. Like every 2 hours I need a bottle of water. I literally can feel myself be dehydrated. And if you don't feel that now, it's probably because you're filling it with food. Your body's dehydrated, it's asking for water, you think it's asking for food. So drink water, drink a lot of water every day, and you'll notice your appetite being regulated, meaning you will feel when you're hungry, and you'll only eat when you're hungry from now on instead of being thirsty. You'll become regular, BM-wise. I'm teaching you about health, so I have to talk about this. BM-wise, you become regular because your water is pushing down all the toxins. There's so many other things. I'll do another vlog on all the benefits of water. But I think the biggest thing you'll notice is that you'll notice how dehydrated you really are, how thirsty you really are on a regular basis, how much you start to love and crave water, how less hungry you feel, how much more energy, gives you a lot of energy. And one more thing before I end this video is that you will have to pee, but 2 minutes in the bathroom every 2 or 3 hours which equals maybe just what, 6 times a day, that is a good sacrifice than being uncomfortable in your body. Water flushes out toxins, flushes out weight and fat, flushes it out. A lot of water every day, 10 bottles. If you're on the smaller side, like a petite, cute old Spanish woman or something, you can do like, maybe 5 bottles, 6, but even that, 6 bottles. And so what? Go to the bathroom. Your bladder muscles expand, and right now, if you're not used to drinking water, your bladder is going to be small. But the more you get used to drinking water, your bladder can expand and get used to it, and now it can hold a lot more without you having to go to the bathroom as much. So don't quit drinking water just in the first few weeks. Give it months. You will see your bladder being able to contain water more. You'll be able to go longer without going to the bathroom. You will lose so much weight just by drinking water. And that's what I want for you. And keep it up, because you'll notice you won't get sick as much. You won't, it gives you energy. It'll make you want to exercise, because people dread exercising because they're not drinking enough water, and when you have to exert energy while being dehydrated, that's painful. Of course you're not going to want to exercise, but start drinking water. You'll have so much energy, your body will want to move. Exercise will become fun. But that's another vlog for another day. So I really do hope that you take this advice. It's going to change your life. Start small if you have to. Just add a bottle of water. Say that 10 times fast. Add a bottle of water to your day once a week. But whatever you do, get it up to that 7 bottles. Like 7 17-ounce bottles. Or 5. If you are really concerned about it. Okay, well, take care. Stay healthy and stay tuned for my next vlog. The scenery is going to get better.